Acadiana. Right now we're here with Mason Menard. Mason Hard Rock Mighty.
No. Rock Hard Mighty.
Why do I
Mason
always
Menard.
mess that up?
A lot of people do.
Rock Hard?
Rock Hard Mighty.
Rock Hard Mighty.
Mason Menard.
Tell me how that came about.
It was actually my third professional fight as a boxer that the name came about. It originally started, I fought my first 2 fights with no alias, and then, every boxer has that, that alias, that like Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather, then he turned into Money Mayweather, Pac-Man Pacquiao. Well, as a kid, they called me Mighty May. So Chad Broussard, from my third professional fight, he was like, "We're gonna call you Mighty Mason Menard." So he told the ring announcer at the time, and he was like, "I got something even better." He said, "Wait till your boy comes out." So when I came out for my third professional fight, he announced me as Rock Hard Mighty Mason Menard, and that's how the name came about.
And it's a pretty good name.
Yeah,
it suits you
really,
well.
Yeah, it suits well, and it really it fits me well, and a lot of people like it. I'll go places and people call me Rock Hard, Mighty May, or they'll call me Rocky, hey Rocky,
Well,
so
one thing that if you ever get to the point where people are like, "Hey, we want you to endorse a product," you could be #1 guy, $1 million contract with Viagra.
You got a good point there. I think they already have a product called Rock Hard. It's a stimulant.
Hey, give him a call, guys. Without a doubt. We go in there and knock it out. We're knocking it out.
Definitely.
I love it.
Definitely a good one.
Well, I don't know if you could feel the excitement from Acadiana last weekend, but there was a lot of people here very excited to see a 3rd round knockout in New York.
Yes, definitely.
How many messages do you get since that time?
Since I fought Friday night, I've done accepted over 1,000 friend requests on Facebook. The messages are just coming in left and right. It's starting to slow down a little bit, and now we are Tuesday, and I'm still getting messages. I just actually booked a interview with a guy from the UK for Saturday. That wants to do a phone interview. Been doing interviews 1 or 2 a day daily since the fight. So everything is coming together good. It's definitely a blessing.
Well, one thing for sure. How do you answer 1,000 messages in one day?
I do my best. If they direct message me, I answer everybody.
Right.
Anybody that direct message me, I answer everybody. I think everybody needs to be answered back.
Your phone's gonna go crazy right now.
Yeah, and on Facebook and stuff like that, when they comment and they mention me and stuff, I always go either try to like what they said or comment back to what they said or tell them thank you. They tell me congrats and stuff like that. It's it's going off the hook, and I try to answer everybody that I can.
Right. What is the one thing that you weren't expecting? Is there anything you were not expecting after Saturday?
I wasn't expecting to be voted for candidate for knockout of the year. Wasn't expecting that. I was going in there expecting to win.
Right.
But in that fashion, I knew there was a great possibility I was going to stop him, but not in that fashion.
Right. I watched, I follow you and Chad on Facebook pretty well, and the Boxing Car Facebook page too. And then the website. So I'm looking at all these pictures that are taken, and I'm looking at the hype around your opponent. Because I think 1 week before the fight, somebody created a video of him training. It kind of created, it kind of made him look like, he's getting punched in the stomach. He's one of these Rocky videos.
Yeah. So,
literally, you never know. Because, the guy's probably, 3.5 inches taller than you?
He was 4.5 inches taller.
Yeah, he was, I knew he was up there a little bit.
His reach was 74 inches. Mine was only 67.
Right. It was well matched.
Yeah, definitely. He was 21-0 with 15 knockouts, which gave him a 21% knockout ratio. and I was 30-1 with 22 knockouts, which also gave me a 71% knockout ratio.
Right.
So it was an evenly matched fight.
Right. I mean, and he was knocked out before he hit the camera. I mean, I have like 4 angles on video that I put online myself and just watched it all night. I was like, this is awesome.
Oh yeah, as soon as the right hand landed, he was out. And when he fell down, he hit his head hard on the canvas because he had no control over his neck.
Yeah, which is very dangerous.
Yes, it was.
I mean, but at this, was he coherent whenever he left the ring?
No, he was not coherent. He was still unconscious. They said he didn't wake up till he got to the ER room. They ran tests on him and everything. They released him the next morning, and they left him with they said he had a concussion.
Right.
And that everything else came back fine. So thank God that he's all right and able to go back to his family.
Right. No, it's
Yeah, it was a devastating blow. It was.
I mean, and you can see it too because, I mean, in midair, before anything, he was out cold.
Yeah.
So any words between you and him before the fight?
No words. I mean, I don't even know. I know he can speak English a little bit, but I don't know how well. I mean, he's from the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
But we had no words. It was it was kept.
Yeah. I mean, every time I saw you, you were smiling.
Yeah, I felt good.
Yeah,
I made
you were
weight
relaxed,
good, so
calm, relaxed, and you're usually like that,
Yeah.
but clearly you had, you came to fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Which brings me to, I interviewed you one other time at Red's gym while you were getting ready to go to a fight, and I asked you a question, how did you know you wanted to become a boxer? There's the phone. And you told me, well, I remember being at a job fair when I was a kid, and they would always ask me, what do you want to do as a career? And you wouldn't have any other part. You said, I want to be a boxer, and they would say, no, be serious. And you would tell them, I am serious.
Yeah.
You never saw any other way.
No, that's all I've ever known is boxing since the day one I got into it. And when we would go to things like that, or you had to put down what you want to be when you grow older and stuff, I always put a professional boxer. And for the job fair stuff, they were like, no, you have to pick a career. And I was like, that is going to be my career. And they were like, no, okay, what if something happens? What if you break your hand or something and you can't fight no more? Well, unfortunately, I had hand surgery. Guess what? I'm still fighting, and I'm better than ever now.
Right.
And I accept nothing else but boxing. The day that I have to quit boxing is going to be devastating. But I took no other route. I took no other option. This is all I do is box. My life is boxing. Everything I do revolves around boxing.
Right. How did you actually get started? I know you were young, so.
Yeah, I was actually 8 years old. First time I ever been to a boxing gym, I was 6 years old. My older brother boxed. He was, you have to be 8 to be able to join. So therefore, when I was 6, I just ran around the gym and, played around. But I didn't get serious till I was 8 years old.
And your dad boxed too?
My dad boxed. My uncle boxed. So it was a family thing. Everybody that, in my immediate family boxed. So I come from a fighting family. So,
Right.
I had it in my blood. I started boxing, and then my dad, back then, we stayed outside and played with all our friends. There was no staying inside video games and whatnot. And when we had a dispute about something, my dad broke out the boxing gloves. Here, y'all box it out, and whoever wins, that's who won the argument. And I boxed all the time in the front yard, no mouthpiece or nothing, and we tore it down in the front yard.
What are your goals in the next? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
5 years. Hopefully before then I'll be a world champion. That's the goal, is to get one of the big green straps. That's a WBC, a WBA, a WBO, or IBF. One of them titles. That's the main 4 titles. I want to grab one of them at 135, and we'll see what goes on from there. But definitely I want to become world champion, and then hopefully within about 5 years I'll have my own gym as well. And then after I retire from boxing when it's time for me to give it up. I still want to be associated with boxing. I want to have my own gym. I want to have my own amateur team, my own pros, and I want to be able to give back to the kids and to people around here, back a great gym that they can come to, and some kids can make something of themselves.
Right. That's some awesome goals, man. I mean, who is the current holder of some of these titles, by the way?
Rances Bartholomew, he's a Cuban fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You have Terry Flanagan, he's a UK fighter. And then you have Anthony Corolla, and he's a UK fighter.
Might be why the UK's calling you.
Yeah, definitely. yeah. They have two of their guys are current champions right now that are on top. And then another belt is vacant as we speak.
Which belt is that?
I believe it's the WBC that's vacant.
Okay.
Yes, I think Rances has the IB. No, is it the IBF? I don't remember which one's which, but definitely the WBC is vacant at the moment.
It sounds like your next interview might actually bring some fireworks.
Yeah, probably bring some hype towards fighting one of their guys and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I wish you best of luck on that one. I know one thing, I will be watching the next one if I won't be there myself. So
I appreciate that.
Dude, I was so excited for y'all, you, for Chad, everyone affiliated, whenever I saw, when I was able to see, I was at a wedding, shooting a wedding. And right after I got out of the wedding, I saw, oh man, I can't remember, his name is escaping me right away, and he put online a little TV, I guess he did it with his phone on the TV. Doucette.
Oh, Harley Doucette. Yeah.
And I shared it immediately. I was like, awesome, awesome.
It's been a long time coming for us, man. I've been pro 8.5 years now.
Yeah.
And we were just waiting for that breakthrough moment, and we finally got it.
And how old are you right now?
I'm 27.
Okay. Good. I mean, you've got.
Yeah, I just hit in my prime. In boxing they consider you prime 26 to 35. So, I just entered my prime. So we got some years ahead of us to get on top, and especially me going out on my first TV debut. It was my TV debut, and I made a statement of such like I did. It did wonders for my career.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt anything to get such a knockout of the year.
Yeah,
and it was a pretty amazing knockout. Who's your trainer, manager, and promoter? Just to let that out there.
My trainer and manager is Chad Broussard, Chad Broussard, out of Lafayette. Well, out of Rain, currently living in Lafayette. And then
he's still out of Rain.
Yeah, we're still out of Rain. We come from the same amateur gym. That's how we got connected. And then my promoter is Greg Cohan Promotions, called GCP. He's out of upstate New Jersey.
Like Atlantic City or something, right?
Somewhere's up there. I'm not sure on the exacts. He's the one that got this fight made and done. So
Okay.
He's the guy that made this happen.
I mean, it was a well-matched fight. I mean,
that it was. I was actually the underdog. Going into the ring, I was considered the underdog because apparently this guy could punch, is what they were saying, and him being long and so tall for his weight. They trying to make him the next who was that, Hearns, know, and it just didn't happen that night. It wasn't his night.
Did you get? I wasn't there. So did you get boos when you came in?
No, I didn't get no boos. We was in New York. New York didn't know neither one of us.
Right.
He's from the Dominican.
It's a learning experience too. I mean,
he was from the Dominican Republic, training out of Houston. I'm from Rain, training out of Lafayette. Nobody in New York knew neither one of us.
They're like, what is that? No,
exactly.
They come here for the Philadelphia Eagles football game against the New York.
But when you get in the ring and they see one guy in the red corner and he's 5'10", and he looks like a big guy, and then you got this little short 5'6" guy who's in the blue corner coming in as the opponent. As somebody in the crowd that kind of knows boxing, they always usually put the guy that's favored into the red corner.
Yeah.
And the blue corner is the opponent, and I pulled off a big upset that night.
Yeah. What did the crowd's reaction I mean, like just what you're hearing. I guess you probably right after it happened. I mean, you probably did
Oh yeah,
your signature deal.
They were kind of in awe, kind of
Right.
like at first they got loud, but when they noticed that he was knocked out like he was, they just they just kind of calmed down and was like, ooh, like what's going on, what's happening.
Yeah. So it's definitely something that they will be back for if you ever fight in that area, without a doubt. So I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely. I've done had a couple people message me, hey man, because I guess apparently they're doing another fight next month there. You gonna be on that card next month? And as soon as I came out of the ring, I was taking pictures, signing autographs. So I mean they fell in love. I made new fans from out there.
yeah. I mean, it's like when Rocky beat the Russian guy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like that. I mean, next thing you know, I'm going through a list, but honestly, I wanted you to come here because, man, honestly, I've got a lot of shots of photography of you knocking somebody out. That one would have been a great one to get.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
the whole time I was thinking that the whole time.
Yeah, you always take great shots in them, man. You could have got some good ones out of that one.
That one would have been one to get.
Yeah.
But even whenever, right before you threw the hit, you were moving quite a bit. I mean, did you feel like he was getting tired?
No,
Third round.
the game plan going into there was to fill him out the first couple rounds,
right,
and then we'll start applying pressure, because we knew he struggled to cut weight and make weight.
Right.
He's got a 5'10", 5'11" frame, fighting at 135.
So
and he was a big guy, so probably the night of the fight, he probably came in there 150 pounds, where I was at 142.
Right.
So he's probably, 8 pounds bigger than me at least. So the thing was, we was going to fill him out, see how he fought, make the adjustments needed, and then we'll start applying the pressure. Well, first round, close round, neither one of us did a whole lot. But I landed some shots. All he did was throw the jab. He landed very little. I won the first round by a slight edge. Come the second round, I started applying a little more pressure, touching him a little more. But when I noticed I was touching him, it was hurting him. He started reacting funny. He started backing up. When he started backing up, that's when I knew I needed to start coming forward. And I wouldn't just run straight in. I'd use left and right, head movement, bob and weave, get in there, working off the jab while landing a right hand that round. And it stumbled him against the ropes, and I threw another one, and that dropped him. Gave him an 8 count. They had, I think, 14 seconds left on the clock. And I came back. I took my time. I didn't rush it. And the bell saved him that round. Come the third round, I took my time again, and 50 seconds left in the third round is when I landed a brutal overhand right, which was a counter punch off his jab. He was throwing the jab and he was leaving it lazy. And when I had him backed up in the corner, I threw a faint jab. I didn't even extend it all the way. It was just to bait him. It was just a bait jab. And when I did that, he moved over to his left, which is my right, and I hit him with the overhand right, and that ended the fight there.
Man, that's it's pretty much the entire fight.
Yeah, that definitely is the entire fight, round by round.
One of the things people don't realize, when you take fake pictures of a boxing match, how close you are in the middle of the two boxers.
Yeah.
Because you're using a 50 millimeter lens, and you are in the middle of both of them, and you can see both of their expressions, the face, everything that happens there, and you can see who's aggressive and who's not. And,
yeah.
One of the things I've noticed about boxing by taking photos of them for probably 2 years is, for some strange reason, every one of these guys that kind of are taunting, they lose.
Yeah, you get some guys that come in there and they're considered opponents, and they used to losing, so but they come in there with a lot of confidence, and they try to taunt you and make you feel like they're there to beat you,
right?
And try to intimidate you.
Or just make one of these crazy you know, like one guy one time, like screaming at the other guy,
Yeah.
like he was crazy or something.
Yeah, they do. That's just their tactics they use to try to scare you and get in your head.
They always
at
get
the end of the
their
night,
ass
they
beat.
get beat. You know, yeah, that's how it goes.
I find like, cause I mean, you stay pretty calm in everything you pretty much do. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, you just pretty much thinking.
Yeah, that's
The
just the way
entire
I
time.
am. You know, it's no use to stress over anything or
I
worry
agree.
about anything. You know, I do everything right. I diet right. I follow the book to the T. I train right. I do everything I'm supposed to do. I pray. You know, I put God first. So what can go against me? I mean, it's hard to beat somebody like that. And I know I'm going in there spiritually, mentally, and physically ready. So it's going to take somebody who's doing a lot more than me, which is hard to do, to get in there and beat me. You know, it's
Yeah.
going to be who's going to have the better night.
Yeah. Yeah. Because to me, you're not. I mean, you know, you're confident.
I've been doing this my whole life, you know.
Yeah.
I done fought in Ireland. I fought in the Olympic trials during the amateurs.
Right.
You know, I fought in big national tournaments. So, I mean, I've been in there, you know.
What was your record in amateurs?
I was 63 wins and 19 losses. I had a bronze medal in the USA Nationals, which I lost out to Diego Magdaleno, who was he just fought for the 130-pound title, and he barely lost a split decision. And then in the pros, in the Olympic trials, my last amateur fight came to Terrence Crawford, who was the 135-pound champion and is now the 140-pound champion and is the talk of boxing right now. And I lost a close decision to him in the Olympic trials. So
Yeah. So when do you expect a world title?
in the next year,
Okay.
yeah, I expect it in the next year. I think you know, a lot of people, you know, right now that know me, you get a title fight next. I doubt it'll be next, but because I think you know, realistically, I need another fight or two. You know, I was out for 13 months,
Right.
and then I fought a minute and a half, and then I was out another 8 months, and that fight went 2.5 rounds. You know, not quite a full 3 rounds. Another fight or two, where I can make another statement like I did in this fight. You know, go out good. I think I deserve a title shot. You know, if it happens before then great. If not, you know, I know the boxing game and where I'm at and how things should go. So I'm hoping within the next 2 to 3 fights, I'll be on that stage fighting for a title, which is about a year range.
With the UK calling you for an interview on Saturday, what if it just so happened to be sooner than that?
If it happens, it happens. I'm
Okay.
ready for whatever. Like I told Chad, you know, he talks to my promoter, you know, where I don't have to. They talk business. I just do what I need to do. I get in the gym, I train, I eat right, I do what I'm supposed to do. If they can bring whoever they want in front of me, I'm ready to fight him. I fear no man. You know, if he beats me, he beats me. I've been knocked out already. My only loss, I got knocked out. I've done lost already. I know what that feels like.
And it was way in the beginning.
It's not
Right.
another man can't do what
Right.
what he's done, what I've gotten done to me.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm going in there to win, and you know, there's no other option. And if I end up losing, you know what? They know I was in there and I tried my best.
Okay. Yeah, man. That's crazy. I'm glad you talked about the loss, because you know, people always wonder about, you know, what happened there. I mean, man, you just knocked this guy out. How did he lose?
Well, I came out of the amateurs hot, like, you know, coming
Yeah.
out of the Olympic trials. That's the biggest tournament there is besides the Olympics. And you know, I won a fight, and then I dropped 2 to get eliminated. And then you know, I was cocky, I was arrogant then. I showboated, I taunted, what you said guys do to other people, you know, slit the throat and taunt the people.
I don't see you like that.
Exactly. Nobody sees me like that, but nobody knows who I used to be.
Okay.
You know, I came a long ways from where I used to be to where I am now. You know, I changed dramatically. Like, you wouldn't even believe. If I show you pictures of who I used to be, nobody, they like, there's no way. But I've grown a lot. I came a long ways. And the reason I did that is because Chad came into my life, and I wanted to be better. I wanted to be where I'm at right now. I want to be world champion one day. And the life I was living before that, there's no way I could be that. They would not allow that. They would not accept me. So I made the changes, and in that fight there, I still had that arrogant, attitude and cocky attitude, and I was in there showboating against a much bigger guy, 4-1, 4 knockouts. He came in that fight probably about 155, 160 pounds. He made 135, but he was a big guy, older. He was probably like 23 at the time. I was 19. I was young. I went in there playing around with him, and he threw a right, and he caught me. I was knocked out on my feet. He threw another one that dropped me. I tried to get up, but I wasn't there. I don't remember any of it, which is a good thing, and I didn't get beat up for rounds. It was a 27-second first round knockout for him, and I went to the locker room after the fight, and that's when I started remembering what things before that. But I still, to this day, I don't remember anything. I had to watch the film to know what exactly happened, because I didn't even know. I thought I was out cold and conscious, and I got carried out of the ring. But no, I walked out myself. And, that day was a learning experience for me. It humbled me. And that made me the better fighter today.
Well, for anyone wondering about the loss, you just caught what it meant.
Yeah, that's the whole story too.
Yeah, I mean, and it's good to get that out, because you know what? If anybody's studying you, Mason, they'll never be able to figure out you, because you are ever changing. You are constantly building yourself to be a better foundation.
Exactly. Always working. Like, I'm always working on in and out the ring. I'm working on myself.
Yeah, and I think you will be a world champion. I truly do, because of the way that you visualize, the way that you work, and the way that you think. Because you don't see it any other way.
Yeah.
You do it with you take the ego completely out of it. You achieve the confidence level, and you just keep it straight.
Yeah.
Your goals are to help children. Your goals are to help people.
That's exactly what I
like literally, what are the current world champions doing?
Yeah, that I don't know. But that's,
I mean, but that's what to me, that's what being a world champion is.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I wish we could work on the president a little bit with that.
That wouldn't be too shabby.
But no, I mean, look, all I can say is I wish you all the best, and if you need anything from me, I will be happy to help.
Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it.
I will also tell people, go follow Mason. Go follow Mason's Facebook page.
Yeah, I have a Facebook page. You can find it. It's called Rock Hard Mighty Mason Menard. Just like the page.
Yeah.
I have an Instagram, a Twitter. They both at Rock Hard Mighty. You can follow both of them.
Right.
And you can get updates on what's going on in my life and what I'm doing.
Yeah. And I don't know how many messages you got when you told everybody you answer your messages, but.
Yeah, well, that's not connected straight to my phone.
Okay.
I have to actually click on the social and get in it and see what it is. But I'm sure when I get out of here, I'm sure I'll have quite a few of them.
What was I guess has anybody come up to you since Saturday night's fight and said, "Oh my God, like I saw that fight,"
Oh yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I just, it just is what it is. I mean, I just tell them thank you. I talk to them whatever questions they gotta ask or whatnot.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they see famous people like they had Uriah Faber, who's a UFC champion or former UFC champion, whatever. He actually shared my knockout on Facebook and said something about this one's gonna be hard to knockout of the year. This one's going to be hard to beat. And, some of my friends were freaking out. Holly Holmes commented on Instagram under my knockout video.
Mm-hmm.
Cyborg, the other UFC woman, she shared it on Facebook as well and said something. And then Rosie Perez tweeted me on Twitter, good stuff about me. So, people around here were freaking out, that people of that status and on that level were talking about me. They're like, oh, I know you got to be excited. I know, you're on another level right now. And I'm just like, it's cool. It really is cool to have people like that talk about me. But at the end of the day, I'm still that same man I was Thursday night before Friday night happened.
Right, and that's going to be the amazing thing about this situation, because you're going to do something for boxing. I feel that's very positive.
Yeah.
I got to ask you one question though. What was the one thing you ate when you came back home?
When I got back home, I went to Dino's and I ate and I ate the pizza burger, because when they originally announced the pizza burger on socials on Facebook, because I follow Tim Metcalf, and when I seen that, I was in training camp and I was like, man, when I get back, that's what I'm going to try. And that's exactly what I went to do. I had about 30 people go over there to Dino's on Bertrand, and most of us got the pizza burger, and of course I got some crawfish nachos. Their crawfish nachos are just amazing.
The new pizza of the month, I had it yesterday, and I could talk about it now because we're getting there. We're getting to that point, but it's actually written right here. It's vine white ripened tomatoes, fresh. It's baby organic arugula, tossed in balsamic vinegar with candied and smoked bacon. And we had it yesterday. All I can say is get ready. If you like fresh on your pizza with bacon, and the sauce kind of mixing with the bacon flavor, it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I ate a couple. Like, I like their barbecue chicken pizza over there.
Yeah.
I ate that as well. I ate a few slices of that as well, but I didn't know about the that pizza there.
It's going to be available in May.
Okay, so it's not out yet. Oh, no, that's why. Okay.
He put a photo of it today online, and we took the photo yesterday. And it's funny you say the pizza burger, because we were talking about it yesterday.
Hopefully, either that'll be right before training camp for the next fight, or maybe after. I'll be able to have something else to try.
I can tell you right now, the pizza's pretty good. It's going to be a favorite.
Good deal.
What did you think of the pizza burger?
Pizza burger was pretty good. It was different.
Yeah.
It's something different. The only thing I think, I wish you could dress it how you want, rather than pepperoni.
It's just.
I think.
It's hard.
I think it would be. Yeah, that's what they said. It's hard or whatever. But that would be cool if you could dress your own pizza burger. But it's definitely something different to try out.
To me, it was a meaty pizza.
Yeah, that's
really what it was. I mean, you cut it in 4 pieces, and to me, it was like a meaty pepperoni pizza. It was a small but extremely thick T-Rex.
Yeah, basically.
T-Rex with fries. That's kind of what I thought it was. But yeah, I like it. I like marinara sauce, and I love hamburger meat. It's 2 of my favorite things in the world. So why not?
Yeah, I love ham. The first thing I ate when I got out of the ring, I went to a restaurant in the casino, and the first thing I ate was a burger. I love burgers.
I do too.
I actually got a list of some burger places that I haven't ate at yet. Like Grub's one of my favorite burger places around here. I love different types of burger. I don't like a plain burger. I like when they add all kind of things on it. That's my type of burger.
I own a kittyandhamburger.com.
Yeah, that I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about Grub Burger. How do you get your onions?
On the burger?
Yeah.
They usually fried onions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the onion rings.
What?
And some of them, and I think I had one with them sauteed.
I just like to tell people try them chopped, because it makes the bun less soggy.
Like chopped fresh onions?
Yeah, just
See, I don't like fresh onions. Okay. It has to be fried or sauteed. Like I can't have it like grilled down.
Okay.
I don't like them fresh like that.
Okay. So you like a sloppy burger?
That I do. If it's falling apart in my hand when I'm eating, I love that.
I don't like a sloppy burger personally, but if you do, that is a burger that you would probably love.
Yeah.
Another burger that you would love is in the French Quarter in New Orleans.
Really?
At a place called Yo Mama's.
Yo Mama's. I think I've been there before.
I think it's right across the street from Pat O'Brien's on the side street.
I think I might have been there before because
Dude,
that name sounds familiar.
That is the sloppiest burger in the country.
I'm gonna have to keep that in mind whenever I go to New Orleans to try that one out.
Yeah, you will have, it'll be coming down your hands. You apparently like that though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm a messy eater. When it comes to eating, I'll have stuff on my face and stuff, and people will be like, "Look, you got something right there." I'm like, if I'm not done eating, don't tell me about it. I'll get it. If it's there after I'm done eating, then you need to let me know.
It's weird because we keep talking about burgers at the end of our interviews. Like the last one that I did, we talked about burgers for like 25 minutes.
Sure.
But man, I'm telling you, they have a sloppy burger. Well, it's not sloppy, but
it's just the way.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But for sure, your mama's, without a doubt.
I definitely have to keep that in mind.
Mason, how do you feel by basically saying, when they say knockout of the year candidate? How do you feel when you hear that?
Man, it's surreal, man. It definitely is. To be put in that category is a big thing, We in April, a lot of stuff can happen, but like the way people talking, it's gonna be knockout of the year, and I hope it is. I'm curious to see. I don't know what you get for being knockout of the year. Do they send you an award?
I don't know.
Do they pay you money? No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what you get for it. It'd be cool, for my first TV fight ever to get knockout of the year.
Yeah.
And that would totally be amazing, So it is what it is. If I get it, great. If not, at least I was a candidate for it, and it was on my first TV fight.
Yeah. The other thing I want to ask is, hand's great.
Yeah, the hand I had surgery on is great. I sparred with it, and as you can tell, I hit him with a crucial punch with the right hand, and it wasn't even sore after the fight. So the hand surgery was a complete success.
Yeah, I think if you got another knockout, it would also be a candidate for knockout of the year, because the last 7 I saw you do, they were all candidates for knockout of the year.
Yeah, just they didn't get to see that on TV,
Right, that's what I'm saying. But just clearly seeing some of the photos of the knockout occurrence, I know for a fact it would have all been.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm happy that you're getting that kind of publicity. I'm happy that you're moving forward, man. I couldn't be happier for you.
I appreciate it.
I think it's awesome, and she thinks it's awesome too.
Oh, that's good then.
With Mason, is one word of how you feel right now.
Great. I always feel
That's
great.
all you have to say. We always in the show with one word of, everything.
How they feel.
Right.
I feel great.
Awesome. Everyone that comes on this show is so positive, but, I like for them to see that.
Yeah.
Nobody ever comes on a radio show going, I just feel horrible.
Yeah, yeah. It definitely brings the best out of you. It makes you feel better about yourself.
Yeah. Well, Mason, once again, when you find out where you're fighting again, we'll be more than happy to tell anybody about it. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoying
I appreciate it.
Talking about this, because there's a lot of information, but a lot of information I think a lot of people are going to enjoy listening to.
Yeah, now they know more about me and what's going on. So I appreciate you having me and giving me the opportunity to let people know, these things that they don't know.
Right. Well, we'll get back to some Zydeco and Cajun music on Radio Louisiana. Thank you very much for listening.